What up, boys, and welcome back to yet another video. So in today's video, I've already done 100 runs of the raid Sunwell, and we're going to see how much gold I made doing so. Before we do that, though, big thank you for all of the support on the 0 to 10 million gold guide, the gold guide that features all the best tactics and methods that I personally use in order to achieve hundreds of millions of gold. Even better, once you get it, you will get a lifetime of free updates. So whenever there's like a new patch or even a new expansion for retail WoW, I simply update the same gold guide and then send that updated version automatically to your email. So if you don't have it already, check it out with the link down below in the description. Use the discount code STUDENT for 50% off. And I know a lot of you guys already have the gold guide, but if it's helped you made millions of gold, consider signing up to the VIP Discord as well. It's additional resources to complement the 0 to 10 million gold guide, where you get to view all my YouTube videos before they go public on YouTube. You get exclusive gold tips. There's multiple spreadsheets for gold making, investments, and much, much more. But both linked down below in the description. So I'm going to show you guys how I farm Sunwell before we take a look at the loot, because running Sunwell 100 times seems like a lot, right? But you can't kill any bosses, because if you kill bosses, you get locked to the dungeon, so you can only kill trash. And it's limited to how much trash you can kill before you have to run out, like before you reach a boss. So the run itself is very simple, and you can't really do any mistakes as long as you make sure you don't kill a boss, right? You do want to naturally make sure that you kill every mob that you possibly can, but just follow the instance. Honestly, just kill everything in your way, and once you reach the end where there's no more mobs to kill, you gotta run out. You can also do that depending on if you play a class like a druid. You can use Dreamwalk to get out of the raid, and then reset dungeon and use Dreamwalk to get back to the raid again. If you don't play any class that has any abilities like that, you can also create a custom group and then leave it, and you will be teleported out after a 1 minute timer. So as long as you get the hang of the dungeon and you know like roughly when there's only a minute left of the run, you can create a group, disband the group, and get teleported out. Just know that you don't get teleported just outside the entrance of the raid. You're gonna go to the closest graveyard outside, so you have to run over to the instance again. But besides from that, it's very simple. You can't do any alternative routes in the raid. The question of why people are farming Sunwell has changed over time, and it's been a very interesting development. Like, it's always been good to farm Sunwell for BOP profession patterns, meaning you cannot sell these patterns, but the items you can craft using the patterns are very valuable. So a lot of people farm it due to that. There's been a bunch of people farming it over the years due to the epic gems that you get, which have been quite valuable and used for stuff like the Mage Tower challenges. But once those got dog shit, people just did it for world drop patterns and plans and engineering schematics that's specific to Sunwell. I can only drop in Sunwell. And that was okay. It was like mediocre. It was a decent way to make gold, but it wasn't anything special until Blizzard announced that we would get profession achievements. So we're going to talk about that, but first, this is where you want to teleport out. You enter the raid here. You just walk, follow this clockwise up the stairs, and then you follow all of these pinnacles right here until you reach this spot, because you cannot kill the dragon right here. So this is where you, if you play a druid, teleport back out and teleport back in again. But profession achievements, if you aren't aware of what those are, they require you to craft certain items. Once you've crafted those items, you will get an achievement, obviously, but you would also get like cosmetic rewards. And the one for engineering is very interesting, because you need like 25 different goggle schematics as an engineer, and craft all of those goggles in order to get the achievement. And a lot of those comes from Sunwell. So a lot of the schematics went from being worth like 10, 15,000 gold, like we're talking market value, to like 10x that. And they're holding their price pretty damn well due to that. So That's what we're after, and the only really thing that I'm counting. Sure, if you're lucky and you get like a world drop pattern or plan or epic, that's great. But all the gold mainly comes from the engineering schematics. So now we're going to take a look and see how much gold I made. Now this obviously looks really good if you look at my backs and all these epics. But I just wanted to show you guys the bad ones and how many to expect of them, because this one right here, Robe of Eternal Light, is specific to Sunwell. Tailoring BOE can be sold, but they're too common, not worth a lot of gold. Same thing goes with this one, the Carapace Sun and Shadow, the leatherworking one, equally bad. This one, Jewel Crafting one, Pendant of Sunfire, equally bad. And then this one, the Leather Chest Guard of the Sun, equally bad. Like, they're not really that good. And then you have this one, the Sundredge Scaled Chest Guard as well. Not that bad. Now, I tend to always keep these Dark Moon cards because look at the sell rate. They're not bad. They stack, so they go in the regional auction house. The TBC ones aren't the best ones. There's other expansions, like even the classic decks sell for more gold than this, but just check the price, because I've sold these for 2,000 gold and I've sold these for 25 gold, the exact same cards. So I always take care of them and see what the price is. Sometimes I even save them for the future if they happen to go up in price. And in terms of world drops, I got the recipe for the heroic pot. I got this design for the Bold Living Ruby. Right now it's up 2.5k gold, which is fine. But last time I sold it, it was probably at roughly that price when I got it. But when I ended up selling it, I didn't get more than 274 gold. And then I got the Enchant Shield Parry, which, again, market value of 10k, but is only 600 gold now. Now, on the positive side, I got a total of 9 engineering goggles, which is really good. Now, the price isn't as good as they used to be when this achievement was first introduced. You can see I bought one of these ages ago, like 2 years ago, for like 8,000 gold. Now it's going for 60,000 gold in my realm. I got 2 of those. You have this one right here, which I've sold them for 11.7k not too long ago. That's beneath the regional sales average in EU because I play in a full pop realm. But right now they are going for a stupidly high price. So I'm not saying that I will be able to sell it for that, but it's cool to see. This one I've bought 2 years ago for 4.9k. I also sold it for 9.4, which is half of the region sales average. Currently going for 29k. Not too shabby. This one sold it for 13,000 gold. Again, less than the regional sales average. Now it's 71k. And then the list just goes on. This one, 71k, is the same one. This one is currently only 6.8k gold. I'm going to move. If you're bad value, like this one, 6.8k, I'm just going to move this to a different realm where I can get closer to the market value. But all in all, if I take the bag appraiser and I put it on like the region market value average, so I'm going to get the average price in EU of all of the plants that I have in my bags, we're looking at 1.3 million gold, which is insanely good because it doesn't take you 10 hours to do 100 runs, right? It only takes like 25, 30 minutes to do 10 runs of Sunwell. But since you get dungeon locked out after 10 runs, we could just divide it by 10 and it would still be 130,000 gold an hour in market value. Absolutely insane. I always do well when I do Sunwell. If I put this on a minimum buyout, which would be the current prices on my realm, which is super low, it will be 777,000 gold, which is honestly still very, very good considering the total amount of hours that I've spent on this, which is like roughly 5 hours. But it's hard to say exactly how much I will end up making because prices, they change all the time, and by the same time I sell all these schematics, I could have sold them for way less or even more. But all in all, successful 100 runs of Sunwell. And with that being said, that's pretty much it for today's video. So subscribe to the YouTube channel if you want to see more content like this, and don't forget to check out the 0 to 10 million gold guide together with the VIP Discord. Thank you all so much once again, and I will see you all back in at tomorrow's video. Bye bye.